I know. I know. I know all about it. Starting a YouTube channel sounds easy. Sounds very easy. At least that's what I thought at first. Pick up a camera, talk about something you love, talk about your day, and then boom, you're on your way to fame, you're on your way to fortune, wealth, all of that great stuff, right? Wrong. The truth is, most people who start a YouTube channel quit before they ever see the light of success. They upload a few videos and they get a handful of viewers and then disappear wondering why their channel never took off. Talking about this makes me think back to all my other channels that I did this to. I was such a terrible person to those channels. Anyways, they think they think that it's because of their content, it's because your content is it's it's not for people, people don't want to watch your content, it sucks. It's not good enough. They think that, they miss their chance. They think that YouTube is just too competitive now. But let me tell you something. The real reason people fail on YouTube has nothing to do with competition. No, the world is way bigger than you think it is. It's not the algorithm either. No, the algorithm is fine. The algorithm is basically people. It has it has to do no, it has everything to do with your mindset, your consistency, and your execution. And honestly, you might not want to hear this, but you're if you're struggling on like to grow on YouTube, the problem isn't, it's not YouTube. The problem honestly is with you. It may be harsh to hear this, but the problem is with you. But before you click away, hold up. I got something for you. Stick with me because once you understand what's really holding you back, you'll finally know what it takes to win. Hey, I'm Marisha. If you're new here, subscribe because right now I am making daily videos to help you become the best version of yourself. Don't just watch these videos. Please, don't subject yourself to wasting your time. Yeah. Learn from them, apply what you learn, take action, and change your life. Now let's get started and let's get into it. So, let's get real. Here's the brutal truth about all of this. Most people never make it on YouTube because they don't have the patience, they don't have the resilience, or the grit to push through when things get hard. I said it. I said what your guilty pleasure is. Your guilty pleasure of abandoning things when it gets hard. That kind of sounded wrong. No. What happens is they discover when their first 10 videos don't go viral is discouragement. They get discouraged in their first 10. Some people don't even make it to 10 actually. They give up after like the first 5 videos, don't go viral. And then when that happens, they start to compare themselves to YouTubers with millions of subscribers, and then they feel like they can never measure up. First of all, let me ask you, why the hell are you comparing someone's finish to your starting point? Are you dumb? Go look at their starting. Stop looking at the finish. You can like admire the finish and like have it as inspiration to move you forward, but don't compare yourself like that. No, don't subject yourself to that torture. That's self-bullying. You're bullying yourself. That person is not even bullying you. You are bullying yourself. You're doing this to yourself. Another thing that happens, they focus on how much they don't know instead of use what they already know to get started. There are just some things that you don't know. Like honestly, like there are just some things that you don't know until you start, and until you begin, and then you find out, you learn along the way, you know? So stop focusing on what you don't have and what you don't know. Focus on what you know and what you have, and max out your resources. You need to start being resourceful with your information and your resources, okay? Because obviously, when you max out all of that, during the process of maxing out what you have, you gain a lot in return. And honestly, the most dangerous mindset, like the most dangerous mistake that people make, like in all this, is they wait for the perfect moment. I basically said this in like my past 10, almost 20 videos. And I'm pretty sure my returners are getting tired of me repeating this, but the reason why I'm repeating this is because it's just that important. And also I kind of want YouTube and people who are just coming to my to finding my videos to understand what my YouTube and channel and what my videos are all really about. So, with that said, let me ask you something. How many times have you said, "I'll start when I have the right equipment," or "I need to learn more first. I don't know. Wait, I need to check something. I need to do a little bit more research because I don't." Stop. Who the hell are you trying to fool? Guess what? The perfect moment does not exist. So if you keep waiting, thinking that someone else who started with less experience, sorry, I said that wrong. If you keep waiting, someone else who started with less experience and worse equipment than you will pass you by because they had the courage to start when you don't. And honestly, let me tell you, you actually might be way better, way talented than this person. Like, honestly, I think your first video, might even be better than their first video. Like, come on. What are you waiting for? I'm over here hyping you up, telling you to start. So, what are you doing? Seriously. You are far more capable than you give yourself credit for. So, I'm gonna do some icebreakers here and fill you in with some stuff that I know that you kind of know, but you're kind of like in denial to it. So, first of all, your first video will suck. It will suck. You're gonna fail miserably. It's gonna be complete disaster. But I'm gonna tell you two things that's going to lift up your spirits. It will definitely be way better than my first video. I can guarantee you that. It will be way better than my first video. And two, it's a good thing because let me tell you a secret. You wanna know a secret? Every successful YouTuber started with cringeworthy content. Like honestly, go to their first video. Don't stop looking at their latest videos. Go to their first videos. I mean, some of them might have, unlisted it and privated it, but find the ones that you can because honestly, you're gonna be like, wait, I could have done way better than this person. I would have made my video like this, and that, so why aren't you? Like seriously, like take Mr. Beast for example. His early videos were terrible, in all honesty. Um, who's next? Ali Abdul. He filmed his first video with a webcam in his dorm room. With a webcam in his dorm. And you tell me you can't, you have a phone. Like, goodness me. Who else? Graham Stephan. He had no idea how to edit when he started. Like, honestly, if you can find his old videos, you're gonna be telling yourself, wow, I could have edited this video way better. Damn, you could. So what? I'm telling you that since you could, you should. Okay? Because let me tell you something. Here is what separates like all of these great people, these awesome YouTubers, from people who failed. It's the fact that no matter how messy their videos were, no matter like how cringe-worthy they were, and how, people were kind of like cringing at their content and, laughing and all that stuff, not watching their videos, they kept going. And if you want to, be a successful YouTuber, you need to start playing their game. Enough with the sob story and start, living, you know, living that life that you really want. Don't get embarrassed because they didn't get embarrassed. I mean, actually, yeah, they got embarrassed, but don't let embarrassment stop you because they didn't. They didn't let the low views discourage them. They just kept making videos. And every video made them better. Like, honestly, my first 20 videos didn't go over 30 views. All 10 of them. And then, like when it went up to 30 and then it drops back down to 7 again for like the next 5. Honestly, you're probably going to have way better stats than me. So I'm really telling you to start. And I'm telling you to be persistent, to continue with your YouTube, to, push forward. Because, if you've started, then you're almost there. You're so close. And if you haven't started, start because, time is taken, time's running out. And honestly, we all only have 24 hours a day. And we can only live just as long. Not to sound mundane, but that's the reality of this. So, yeah, if you're waiting to be good enough before you start, you will never start because there's always going to be better. You can always be better. You can always be better than you were yesterday. You can always be better than you were today. Because as human beings, I don't know if you know this, but as human beings, we are constantly growing and our potential is limitless. It is literally limitless. Whatever we put our minds to, we can do. So stop downplaying it. So stop downplaying your species, our species. Okay? The only way that you get better is to create. And honestly, I think that's the greatest thing that, we humans have. The power and, like the power and ability to create and have that ability you know uh be the ability, the thing that helps us grow every time that we create something. Your best video will come from you making your worst first video, but you'll never see it if you do not make that first crappy video. So yeah, I know people love to blame the YouTube algorithm for their failures, but the reality is that the YouTube algorithm doesn't really care about you. It doesn't. It doesn't give a crap about you. It doesn't care about your subscriber count. It doesn't care about how long you've been trying. It doesn't even care about your struggle. It could care less about all that. The only thing that the algorithm cares about is what viewers want to watch. And if your videos aren't getting any views, it's not because the algorithm is against you, no. It's because your content isn't good enough yet. Brutal, yes, it's brutal, but the truth is absolute. The resolution, make better content. Let that be your motivation to make better content. Don't let this be your little excuse of, oh, I can't make good content. Sob. Don't, please, don't. I've sobbed long enough for the both of us, so stop. So, with that said, how exactly do we do this? Well, you have to focus on a few things. Three things, actually. You have to focus on three things. Okay, so your title and thumbnail. If no one is clicking, nothing else matters, okay? And then it's your hook, you know? If your first 10, no, 7, let's say 7 seconds, don't grab people's attention, people will leave. I've learned this the hard way. Like, literally. I'm still working on it because I'm pretty sure a lot of people like click away from my before they even reach the 7th second of my videos. So I'm still working on an intro. But yes, next thing is retention. If people don't watch the end to the end, YouTube won't push your videos. Okay, it will it will grade it as, depending on how, the if it drops before the 7 seconds or before it ends, the more people does that, it does actually negatively affect your channel because it shows YouTube that your videos isn't doing good on its platform. So he's not gonna waste its time on pushing your video. I mean, there's a way to get around this, and that's being consistent because YouTube kind of likes that because you're proving to be a devoted employee to Google, to YouTube. So yeah, and honestly, you don't really need to think too hard about these three things because you don't need fancy editing or like a big personality to succeed. You just need to understand what makes people click, watch, and stay. Even if it means that you have to post 100 videos to learn, to realize what you need to know. Even if it takes 100 videos. I've privated a few videos of my videos, but I'm gonna tell you, I've reached my 100th video a couple days ago, and I just wanted to just go lay down because I was like, oh my god, I can't. And I can say I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot from posting 100 videos, a lot more than I would have learned, doing my little research and preparing. So the first 100, the first 100 videos is honestly going to be your most important ones. So I'm gonna give you 3 rules for winning on YouTube. Just 3 rules, okay? First of all, let's get real and let's, be serious about this. I'm serious. Just hit the record. I don't know how many videos you've gone through and how many people have said this to you because if you're here, then I'm pretty sure you watched a couple of videos on this and they've been saying the same thing. Just hit the record. There's a reason why we're telling you to hit the record button, okay? Stop overthinking, stop waiting, just press record. Like, damn it. Your first video won't be perfect, accept the reality of that. But that's the point. Think of it as like going to the gym. You don't get fit by reading about workouts. If you do, then tell me what books are you reading because I would like to lay down and just and get and get abs. Like seriously. You do not get fit by reading about it or just watching it. You get fit by showing up, by doing the reps and improving your overtime and improving over time. And YouTube is the same and everything in life, basically everything in life is the same way and YouTube is no different. Make your first video and upload it. When you upload it, learn from it and then repeat. And the thing that I learned that is really important is, okay, when you record your video, usually your first video, maybe your second, are usually the one. That's like the one, okay? Because Why the reason why I'm saying it's the first, usually the first or second, is because the first try is usually the most genuine. Okay? The most genuine. And YouTube, people love genuineness. Okay? So when you record your first two videos, three, don't over record and record like 100 times. No. You're gonna burn out. Just record a few times and then post what you have. Don't dwell on it, okay? If you see mistakes in it that you want to correct, but you have already set a deadline, just take note and apply those to the next video that you're about to make. Okay, this is very important because next thing you know, you're gonna start using the fact that you have to perfect your videos to post it. And honestly, people, it's okay. It's okay to stutter on your videos. It's okay for it to be awkward and cringy, because people keep it real. People like it when you keep it real. Okay? So number 2, focus on connection, not perfection. This is very important, okay? Too many people waste time obsessing over how their videos look instead of how they make people feel. What makes people subscribe it's not fancy editing. It's connection. Maybe some fancy editing, it's like honey to the eyes, when there's like flashy great editing. But honestly, it's really the connection. Like, are you speaking directly to your audience's struggles? Are you making them feel understood? Are you giving them value that they can actually use? Because, you know, is your content relatable? Is there something that makes them feel a certain way from watching your videos? People don't follow perfection. They follow authenticity. That's why I'm telling you to keep it real. That's why I'm telling you first two, three, you don't overdo it after three. So make videos that matter to them, not just you, okay? Because sometimes that can be a little veil, a little blind, something that's blinding us from seeing what people actually want. So, yeah. And number 3, embrace experimentation. The best YouTubers test. They're not scared to test. They test, they fail, and then they pivot. Your first video idea might not work. Might not work. Your editing style, it might need some adjusting. And your niche, it might need a bit more refining. And there's like a dozen other things that you might have to work on. But that's normal. That's normal. That's completely normal. The biggest mistake that you could make is quitting too soon. Don't quit. If you've made it this far in this video, can I just say thank you, because I don't think a lot of people are going to make it this far, and these are really valuable information that I'm giving out. I think people need to hear this. So, yeah, thank you for watching it this far. I just want to talk cuz honestly, I've been talking forever, but I'm not done yet, so pay attention. Okay. As I was saying, the biggest mistake that you can make is quitting too soon. Experiment. Try different formulas. There's a lot of ways to make YouTube videos. There's a lot of niches. There's a lot of ideas. Experiment. Change your thumbnails, okay? Honestly, my thumbnails suck. So that's something that I know that I have to work on. And there's like a dozen other stuff. But yeah, experiment. And when you're experimenting, you need to find the thing that you need to look for is what resonates. What resonates with the people? Because the only way to fail is to stop trying. And I know you ain't no failure. You're a winner. That's why you made it this far. So the bottom line of this, I'm gonna end this video here because like it's been so long. I've been recording it for too long. There's a couple comments telling me that my content is too long. Well, people, some messages need to be this long for me to get it across. Okay, so I'm not gonna shorten my videos. I'll try to deliver, try and get to the point as fast as possible. But I'm gonna just make my videos as long as it needs to be to deliver the message that you need to hear. And honestly, the boring stuff are usually the most important stuff. So I hope to stay boring so that you know how serious this matter is. So the bottom line is that what I need you to understand is that YouTube success, it's not about luck. Sure, there's some people who are lucky, they post something and then they go viral. And honestly, there's a couple traits, things that to why certain videos go viral, and you can probably like really track it down to know what those traits are, and you can end up and then you can take that and end up making a viral video. But the thing is, as I was saying, success isn't about luck. It's about endurance. Life is a marathon, as well as everything else about life. And YouTube doesn't, fall out the list. Endurance. Strategic endurance, by the way. You can't keep doing the same thing without learning what you need to improve and what you need to tune down on. Every YouTuber that you admire that has a million subscribers face the same struggle that you are facing right now. I have faced these struggles that you are going through, and I face them every now and then because I am still in the beginning phase of my YouTube, and there's a lot to learn. And when I feel like I'm in college, because I spend some sleepless nights working on these. So as I was saying, every YouTuber that you admire face the same struggles as well as me, and everyone who started their YouTube and is working on their YouTube has faced this and is going to face this. But the difference between the people who failed at YouTube and the people who are at a million subscribers is the fact that they did not quit. They didn't let fear, they didn't let doubt or slow growth stop them. They kept going. And if you do not do the same, then you're going to end up like everyone else who failed. But if you do the same as them, if you play the winning game, one day you're going to look back and you're going to realize that you've made it to. And honestly, just thinking about that day has me on cloud nine. So here's the question. Are you going to wait another year making excuses, or are you going to start now? Pick up your phone, record your first damn video after this. Answering if you really want, me to help you with the topic, let me help you. Okay. Your first video, tell the audience who you are and say a couple things about yourself that they can relate to. And then, the most important part, upload it. No more overthinking, no more waiting. Just hit that damn record because honestly, your future self will thank you. So if this video hit home for you, drop a comment below and tell me what's been stopping you. Let's break through this together. And if you're serious about growing on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. I drop game-changing insights like this every single day, and you deserve to hear this, because these are very important. YouTube isn't easy, my friend. But if you're willing to work, God, is it worth it. So, if you like the video, give it a like and subscribe. And if you want to see more of my content, you can watch this video or this video, or you can go straight to my channel. And yes, let's get to work and let's take over the world. Bye.